I try to be calm, but it is with some anticipation that I'm opening the door. I see you lying there.
I am not breathing.
This is Red Moon Role-Playing. I look down. He's not breathing. And this is something that I wouldn't know. I wouldn't expect. I would expect to breathe still. I know that you're acting very strange, drinking blood. I don't know, but
she is kind of cold, clammy to the touch, the same temperature as the room.
I try to poke your shoulder. I start to... Gabrielle?
Something stirs. Some edge, some danger. Some hunger. There's blood close. Yes. Might be worth. There's a spasm that runs through her body just very quickly, very briefly. Your beast will try to awake you unless you do yourself. So this is considerably easier, but it is still your humanity to see if you get there. Even if there's deep forces motivating you to wake up, it is still, the sun is out. One success.
Yeah.
You are gone. She does not move. Not at all.
So she looks basically dead.
Yeah. She looks dead. Completely dead.
Okay. This is very strange. I look to the ones behind me and...
Luann makes a questioning gesture. It's like, should I call someone?
I'll make a call.
Is this normal?
Yeah, she is special. Sorry. I need to make a call myself. Yeah, it's fine.
Is this some sort of PTSD reaction? What happened this weekend?
Calm down.
I heard things about a bomb. What happened? And now she's here.
Calm down, okay?
Apparently not well.
Sorry, I have to make a call. Right? Sorry. Just stay outside for a bit, alright?
Okay.
I have to make a professional call. And
you know that is coming here in 2 hours, right?
I know. Okay. 2 hours
is
fine.
Sorted.
Yes.
He wants to meet her as well.
Yes, of course.
I'll go up and continue reading. Just come get me when it's done, okay?
Absolutely, yes. And I look at the other lady. Is she leaving as well?
She's standing out in the hallway. I will walk out with you when you're done. I should make an emergency call now because we have town,
All right, let me tell it this way. And I take out the police identification from my wallet. I'm sorry, this is a special case. Sorry to have to flash this to you, but I need to make a personal call.
That's terribly melodramatic, don't you think?
Yes.
You could have just told me you're with the police. But it's fine.
Thank you.
They don't look as flashy as they do on TV, do they?
No, I'm sorry. It's a very big anti-climax, isn't it? But if you want to go back to baking, I'm not going to stop you.
I'll be right down. Okay, sir. I'll be right down. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And I close the door and I sit down on the bed. I sigh and I call Francis.
There's a charger in the car, fortunately enough. So Francis, you do have some use when the call comes through.
Yes, I would have attached it to the charger as soon as I got in the car and started driving, although some time has passed because I've been thinking it was unwise to call anyone on this phone.
Where are you driving?
I've been driving for some time, trying to avoid being followed. I have been trained on this. I know when you are being tailed, and I'm trying to make sure that no one is following me. So I've been taking a long route round, going by some byways, and now I've been trying to drive somewhere, maybe find a payphone or something, but I don't think I've got there yet.
So first, let us see if you've managed to shake any pursuit. So I would say that is a driving plus. You've been taking the long way around. You've been using your knowledge of the area to do that. So intelligence plus drive.
2 successes.
You are fairly sure that no one is following you. It's not a sure thing, but no, you would have, if they have changed cars at least twice, then someone can be on you. But for this short stretch, no, you think you're in the clear. The main intercity road leading to London and then further east and southwest to the airport stretches before you the other way back into London.
I'm not entirely sure of my destination yet. There are so many. I could take her back to HQ, but then does that lead them to our HQ? I could go home, but they obviously know home. They probably know a few places if they're having a profile on me. I try and think of where Paul and Ellis went. It seems crazy, but maybe driving to them might be something unexpected. Again, all these are going through my mind, I guess, as the phone rings. I pause. I kind of look to Mum at the back, and I press... I kind of look around, and I know I shouldn't, but I kind of pull it to my ear and don't have it on speaker. Yes? Yes?
It's Gabrielle. She's completely out of it. She's in the bathtub and she's not breathing.
What?
Yes, she's not breathing. She's not doing any response to interaction.
Paul, good to hear you're doing well on your holiday. I'm afraid I think I'm going to have to take a few days off, for I have terrible flu.
Very good, very good. Where do you plan to go?
That's a great question. I was thinking of going home,
Yeah.
but...
Yes, I think maybe you should go home and take a rest at your place. I'll make sure to notify the boss, and you don't have to come in tomorrow.
I'm very grateful for that, Paul. I really hate missing work.
I just need an approximate whereabouts where you're going. Which road are you traveling?
I start looking at the road exits. Whereabouts am I right now?
Yeah, you are somewhere towards the halfway between Chelsea and central London.
Okay, I'm going to take a left turn now.
Left turn off there.
Heading towards an area, yes. I'm going to look for a gas station and say, well, I think I was planning to head to Wanda's. You know Wanda Wainwright? I think, you know that thing we were talking about to do with her son. I think I need to talk to her about that, and maybe I should do that before I go home tonight. It was really important.
Yeah, do that. Take that way and let me know tomorrow how you're feeling, alright?
I will. Have a good holiday. I can't remember where you said you were, but I'm sure it's nice.
Yep.
Somewhere by the sea, wasn't it?
Yes. We went down to Devon, almost.
My laugh is slightly strained, you can tell. Well, I'll see you when I see you. Yeah, I'm going to Wanda's now.
And my mind is turning cold. I quickly dial the number to Isaac Khan.
He is not picking up. That's
Hell.
That's shit. He's probably in some sort of executive committee meeting after all them. Yeah. There was some police actions during the weekend. Yes, he's probably in some crisis meeting. That's the only explanation you can think of, because otherwise he always picks up. Anna is, of course, the next port of call.
I'll call Anna.
Takes 3, 4, 5 7 signals.
Oh, hello, cutie. I was wondering when you was gonna call. Hello. You having a shitty time with the family?
I'm sorry to say that Francis have been compromised along with his position.
Oh, fuck, sorry. Fuck, sorry, I'm a bit drunk. Ooh, okay. Do you have position?
Yeah, he's going to be at pickup point 3 on the northwest towards Chelsea.
Pickup point 3, North Chelsea. Gotcha. And we should have dispatch on the way. That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad.
We'll tank him and we'll put you into contact with him as soon as possible.
Yeah, let me know what happens. By the way, Gabrielle is out in the bathtub. She's not breathing, and do you know what that means?
That's perfectly normal. If she's got health problems, that's perfectly normal. If she's got serious health problems of like second degree,
she seems very tired.
Then, if she... Yeah.
Yeah?
It's what I told you.
Yeah. Good. Well, at least she's under our surveillance.
Okay, short and sweet. Dispatch on its way.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
She's gonna wake at sundown, okay?
See you tomorrow.
See ya.
And I look at my watch. At sundown. It should be around 7:30, I think, in
It's
April.
1 hour and 30 minutes too late.
For the dinner.
Yep. For dad-in-law.
Yeah.
Whatever he's got coming.
Yeah. He's gonna have to be happy without meeting her. Which he won't be. I'll have to come back here mid-dinner, worst case, and pick her up. I'm going to write her a note saying what pub we're at, and ask her to join us as soon as possible, as the in-laws would love to meet her.
Yeah, at the Sea Lion Moonshell restaurant. It's that, seafood and British restaurant.
Yeah, which I'm sure she'll die to have a bite of. And I go out into the corridor. Is she still there? Or did she go back to bake?
She's gone back. She's gone back downstairs at least. Not in your face anymore.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. I go up to Luann and I lean against the door frame as I come into the room, and I just sigh. I feel like I'm babysitting 100 people right now. I'm sorry, darling.
Sarah's not in her room. I try to call her, she's not picking up.
So much for a family holiday. What do you think she went?
I don't know. You're the one who talked to her. She's been all worked up since then.
I know.
I mean, yes, you told me what she said. I think you had a reasonable response, but how do I know what's reasonable these days?
She's
how
20.
do I know? Yes, exactly. She's 20.
I think she's trying to make up her mind about a lot of things. And we need to let her have a little bit of time for making up her mind about some things. I look at her very sort of resigned. She's not a little girl anymore.
No, she's not. She is now a part of a family that serves the Queen, serves the nation. That's what she's part of.
A big part. I almost forgot how it is to take care of the smallest
You
ones.
need our support. I've always given you my support, and why can't she give you support as well?
I don't know, darling. I think
I do. I think I do. I think she's just... It's college, of course. We knew that she was going to be heavily exposed to the secular world and all of these new ideas that are floating around.
Of course. All these other students, activists, I know. And I think also in one way due to her having to grow up so quickly, what with taking care of the small ones, I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, but perhaps her defiant age is taking a late turn.
Yeah, maybe. Whatever it is, she's not here right now.
Yeah.
And we need to go to dinner now.
We need to. Yes, and unfortunately my colleague is out. She's not gonna be awake for a little bit. She's alright, I have made sure she's fine, but she's gone through some pretty tough things during the operations. You know I can't say too much. She will probably be awake in a few hours, and I've left her a note to come to us then. I'm sorry, darling, it's the best I can do. Anyways, did you find out anything more about your dad, what he wanted? Yeah, I know he's an in-person kind of guy.
He's gonna be here. He's gonna be here any minute now. He might as well tell you himself, and I'm sure he's gonna. You know how he is. He's done this so much longer than any one of us. He's been a civil servant on the,
of course,
and done things that he served the country as well, and he had to make sacrifices, and he has certain standards that he will hold you to.
Of course. Let's go down to meet him then. Let's see. Are they all in their rooms?
One door is ajar there, and yeah, the rest of them should be there.
Right. We're gonna have to have Sloane and John keep an extra eye on Sienna and Judy.
The kids burst from their doors as you present the time as nigh for dinner. It's mixed enthusiasm. Sloane is ravenous. I could eat a horse. Happy about the prospects of getting together. John, same thing. No, I'm gonna eat 2 horses, at least. Philip just tags along, and yeah, you see he's got some can of grill seasoning that he puts in his pocket, and walks out with you, his eyes on the ground, while Sienna and Judy and Anna and Louise are making the havoc that smaller kids do.
Did you bring that from home, Philip?
Yes, I like it.
Good. Sloane, John, come over here.
Yay!
All right, I sort of get down to their level a bit, and I realize that I hardly have to because they've grown so tall.
Yeah, they huddle. They huddle as you always do. They lean in, you lean down. They're all there except Sarah. Even Philip leans in at least.
Okay, team talk, and I put my hands on their shoulders so we go around like in a secret closed circuit. All right, look. Sarah is old enough to be out on her own a little bit, and I know you're super jealous about that, but I'm going to need you to help out with Sienna and Judy a little bit extra tonight. Wonderful, right?
All right. We're not jealous. It's fine. She's just being dramatic. It's good. It's been fine. It's going to be better without her.
I'm sure you'd say that, but all right.
We got it, Dad.
So, who's tagging Judy?
I'll take Judy, says Sloane.
Right, John, you got eyes on Sienna.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Very good. Then we're ready. So...
Anna and Louise goes in the stroller as usual. It's a bit much, but the older kids take care of the younger, and soon you are on your merry way towards the restaurant. It's packed with people out there. It's 6 o'clock, so some people are starting to get a bit ruckus, drunk, and so on. And I think it's Judy that looks up to you as she walks hand in hand with Sloane. You think that Sarah's drunk?
No, Judy.
You think Sarah's gonna drink beer? That's why she's gone?
No.
She can drink beer, right? She's 20.
I can't help but smile hearing her still having that American slur that she somehow picked up during her first 3 years. It must have been that babysitter. It's never gonna go out. No, Sarah is not drunk. She's having a bit of time of her own and probably meeting some other friends. Where did you hear that?
I think it's because I think it's because he hates people so much these days.
You're
Yes, he
silly.
always says he hates things. Like he hates the way the world is run, he hates banks, he hates...
Is that what she's talking about?
I
these
don't hate
days?
things, Dad. I like that car. I like that car.
All right. It's in the back here. All right. And who wants hamburgers?
Hamburgers. Timothy Simmons is already seated at the table. He has a briefcase on at his side. He's hung his jacket on the back of the chair and is comfortably reclined backwards, leaning on the chair. A spry gentleman, powerfully built but thin, piercing eyes, thinning hair, a impressive walrus mustache that's always been out of fashion. Hamburgers, really? Didn't it only destroy your children's accent, but also their taste in food to be in America?
It's so lovely seeing you.
Surprise, children! Grandpa is
Oh,
here.
Grandpa! The only one that reacts with spontaneous enthusiasm seems to be Judy, a little bit Sienna. There's like, hi, Graham. Hi, Graham. How are you doing? Yeah, good. The usual round of introductions. He hugs, a bit too long and a bit too hard, laughs and ruffles the hair of the boys and kisses the cheeks of the girls, and sits on the short end of the table, like he's suddenly the paterfamilias, showing up as he does a couple of times a year.
Yes, and we all have to play the little game. But that's fine. If he's got something on his mind, then yes, let's see. And I start trying to make sure that everyone gets an idea of what they want and that the orders are gonna come through, but usually Luann is quickly taking over this bit, and I end up sitting there with Tim.
It seems to be mostly pasta time for the kids of different varieties. Tim, however, his mind is far from the food. He hasn't even ordered yet, even if Luann gestures at you that she's going to get some Caesar salad or whatever for him, pointing on the menu.
Yeah. So, Tim, you decided to take a bit of a drive today.
Need to keep an eye on close ones in stormy weather, right? How was the weekend? It was the big weekend, right?
Oh, it was intense.
I can be intense, yes, of course. Have you read anything yet?
No, I've gone through some of the main headlines of what happened down in Croydon. I'm guessing you have something specific in mind.
Oh, you've been in the headlights of the media once, you know, from spearheading the weapons trainings program after the bomb investigation. We all know these things. We all love you for it. You are making this country safer and policing more sane. It would never be for policing in the streets as a normal thing, but these days there have to be a task force, and your task force responded this weekend. That's now. It's going to be in the press tomorrow. Look, I have this think piece here. It's going to be in the Sun tomorrow.
Yeah, what you got?
I don't know, you tell me. And on top of this, Sarah, this is the kind of stuff that is... You need to be a family that stands behind law and order.
I don't know.
There's a lot of questions coming your way, and you need to be able to answer them.
Do you know something that I don't?
Look, let me just read it to you, okay? He takes out what looks like printed out sheets of papers of emails. Yes, this is one of the columnists on The Sun, big political journalist. You all know his name. It's been a bad week for the Thin Blue Line. A man dead from a police beating and an officer facing possible manslaughter charges. A disproportionately violent firearms response to a bomb scare has triggered an ongoing civil unrest in South London. A possible accidental civilian shooting is linked to the operation, codenamed Firebrand, carried out by Special Operations. And this part is new. Did you know there was an accidental victim? Paul, did you know?
Sorry, an accidental...
Victim, a girl, 14, on the bus home, apparently hit by a stray bullet.
I think, rack my brain, is this the cover story that was made?
Oh no, this was not the cover story. This is something else. They were firing into the pit. There was lots of metal. Ricochets could have happened. How were the sight lines?
Was this a police?
I don't know. You were there. I wasn't. This codename Firebrand. Is that it, Paul? Is that the correct name?
This is what they're saying?
Yeah, and then this is your operation, Paul. They haven't got it wrong.
How did they get this?
So far, the officer responsible for the bungle operation, dubbed Firebrand, Special Operations Lieutenant Paul Richards, has not been available for comment.
No way.
Richards made a name for himself as a poster boy for the Weapons Training Initiative after the bombings of 2005, a program that has since come under heavy criticism. Since last night's firefight in Croydon, dozens of cases of vandalism and looting in the area tells us the G20 troubles as a result of heavy-handed policing are far from over. Almost 150 other complaints of police misconduct were reported on Saturday evening, giving a very different picture of the city's response to the G20 protests. What has happened to people in this God-forsaken valley of the...
I sit and I stare at disbelief at my name.
I mean, it goes on and on and on, but that was the most... It goes to the mayor, it goes on... Here, it throws it over to you.
Me? Maine? How did... Thank you, Tim. I owe you for this. I really do. How did they find this out? Obviously this is going to go out tomorrow. Shit.
Live gunfire.
Good luck stopping anything like that without being called a fascist state.
Listen, I don't think it is on that stage, not at all. But we are not... How many firearms incidents are there a year in the UK, even in this time? 10, 20, maybe?
Yes, I know. We have these things.
This was automatic gunfire.
It comes in droves, you know this as well as I. When things happen, it's going to happen everywhere. And with a protest like this, my name there, of course, this is going to get Sarah driven even more. I'm guessing the things that's happening in her mind right now, like Luana has a theory about people in the university. It's a phase that she'll need to go through.
And that is why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for you, for the family, for us.
So I'm guessing you had an easier situation.
So our family has been servicemen for 6 generations.
Yep.
In the army, in the police,
Did you ever have to face something similar?
We have always managed to keep our name clear from allegations of corruption or misconduct, but when there have been questions, we never talk, and nor do any of our family members. You know this WikiLeaks. You know this culture of the whistleblower. You know there is a celebration of the traitor in our culture today.
Yeah.
Right here in our country.
It is.
It's a celebration of the one who exposes the truth. We all know that some things are not to be known by everybody. This is why we work in this way, because it is efficient, not because we betray the people or anything like this. It's just efficiency. And the populace has stopped believing in intelligence. For fuck's sake, there's conspiracy theories everywhere.
I sip a little of my beer and I shake my head. So what we need to now is that the family sticks together, and what I need to do with Sarah is I need to talk to her.
Yes. She needs to know that she can't continue like this. An anti-war protester, an anti-police violence protester,
and ending up
in our family. Oh, that's a security threat.
I rub my forehead, but I know in a way that I feel like he's right. I feel that I want to show her, you understand? I want to show her that she has my trust. I am ready to listen to her. I'm ready to talk to her. What I don't need is for her to go around my back with these things. And I feel, for one, that she approaching me today was a good thing. Now, I can't support her for going out into the protests themselves, except that it's everyone's right to do so, but...
Oh, you knew we were gonna kettle them.
Yeah.
If you had known, you would have been able to prevent her from getting in the way.
Yeah. She's too far from the family right now.
So reel her in.
Yeah.
Do you promise?
I promise.
You will make sure, damn sure, she leaves that group. Christian Radical Student Society in her college. She's a member. You promise she won't be in a month?
I look at him into those icy eyes and see his determination. I will talk to her, Tim. I can't force her. You know I can't.
What kind of a father are you if you cannot set boundaries for your children? And I mean this with the greatest sincerity. You need to look me in the eye and promise me you will take care of this.
I look down and I sigh, then I look back into his eyes again. Yeah, I'll talk to her.
Good. The team is plainclothes clad, but you do see them approaching the car anyway. Tell me about this safe house that you have staged a pickup at.
It's not a fancy safe house by any means. It's one of those ones near a block of flats, one of those sort of run-down council estate areas. But obviously, being a safe house, it is close to a main road, so it is quite easy to get in, get out, and be on main roads quite quickly. It's also out of the way, and mostly discreet enough that a car in the night and a few other police cars won't be normally seen as something too strange.
The whole thing proceeds by the numbers. I can't believe the speed at which they were here. That's actually pretty impressive. There's only one question, Mom. What happens to her?
Well, obviously I'm going to request... She's going to need full witness protection. Full witness protection. Like, I'm hoping the nature of our mission is such that she can get some good protection. She's going to need to be moved to a safe house. She can't go home. No one can know where she is. She's going to need intensive care as well. I'm going to need to spend some money here, I feel. And I will, of course. But she needs to be off the grid for now. And I'm going to need to be off the grid as well. At this stage, I have to assume the worst. They know me. They know where I live. They will have looked up any family, potentially any contacts. To be honest, apart from the one or two friends I do have, that's actually going to be quite minimal, so that's something. And yes, I'll think of myself later, but she needs to be safe. As soon as she is, anyone I know who I trust, I'll be making a full debriefing too.
All these thoughts, these plans, maybe even jotting them down in a notebook, that's the things that run through your head as you're in the back of a truck, a U-Haul van, anonymous, probably rented over the day with a false passport or something. Your mom is in there with you in the darkness. It was a bit hard for them to get her in, so they had to take away her rolling chair. Best thing, you're holding her legs so she doesn't shake away. away or just doesn't fall down. It's more important that she is hidden. But she is so scared. Where are you taking me? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
You know the nature of my work.
Baby boy.
Bad people, you know. Bad people. It's not about you, but they want to hurt me, yes? And they want to...
Who are the bad people? You're at the talk show, son. Who are the bad people?
You know, criminals, terrorists.
But there were no criminals there. There were just pretty dogs and nice old ladies and Bernard and...
Bernard was... I know this to be hard for you to hear, but Bernard is with them.
No. Now you're talking crazy talk, my little boy. My poor little boy. You were getting so well along. You were sleeping like a baby on his shoulder up there. I mean, I saw you. You missed my number. And yeah, you missed that girl getting bit and everything. It was a bit of commotion. You were sleeping like a little baby on his shoulder.
Sleep?
You were so comfortable.
I was sleeping.
Yes. And you got up and left and all this ruckus started. Son, where are we going?
I take a moment to reflect inward. Sleeping? I wasn't sleeping. Was I? I don't remember anything like that.
You try to picture backwards. Remember when, how, and when would you have woken up and was asleep? And wait, no. You heard what you heard, didn't you?
Yes.
Your road to the safe house is going to be a few hours. You have plenty of time to introspect, to try to call back details. Anything special you're thinking about, you're thinking back. That was that place, that big man. The noises of dogs tearing each other apart. Does that happen at the dog show?
I thought at the time it was extremely unusual. There was...
Your phone. You didn't have to charge your phone when you sat down in the car. It had batteries.
But it didn't work at the time.
No. Where are we going, son?
Somewhere safe, Mother. From the bombs, you know.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the chronicle No Man is an Island for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Our storyteller was Martin Ericsson, and we were also joined by Anna-Karin Linder. The music was created by Lola Zaza, and the sound effects are from the fine folks at freesound.org and Sirenscape. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, Simon Cooper, David, and Julia for their generous support. And we would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult Divinity Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as play Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. And remember, death is not the end.